You know what Hook was really about? It wasn't about pirates. It was about growing up and not liking who you became. When Hook came out in 1991, a lot of people thought it was just a weird Peter Pan movie. But watching it back as an adult, it hits completely different. Peter didn't lose Neverland. He forgot it. And that feels way more real. Robin Williams played Peter Banning, a guy who used to believe in magic and now barely shows up for his own kids. He wasn't mean. He was just busy, distracted, always somewhere else. Robin was 40 at the time, and you could feel how uncomfortable he was playing someone so emotionally checked out. It felt personal. After everything Robin went through later in life, that performance hits even harder now. Captain Hook, played by Dustin Hoffman, wasn't scary in the usual way. He was bitter, old, afraid of being irrelevant. Hook wasn't chasing Peter because he hated him. He needed him. Without Peter Pan, Hook didn't matter. Dustin Hoffman was 54 then, and he turned Hook into a villain who was really just terrified of being forgotten. Tinker Bell, played by Julia Roberts, felt different too. She wasn't just sassy or jealous. She was hurt. Peter chose another life, and she stayed stuck in the same place. That scene where she becomes human for a moment? That wasn't about magic. That was about realizing the person you loved moved on without you. Julia was only 24 when she filmed it, and it's one of the quieter sad parts of the movie. Smee, played by Bob Hoskins, might be the most underrated part of Hook. He knew Hook was broken. He knew this life wasn't healthy. But he stayed anyway, because change is scary. Bob brought so much warmth to that role. Watching it now feels bittersweet, especially knowing he passed away in 2014. Wendy, played by Maggie Smith, was basically time itself. She remembered everything. She watched everyone else grow up while Neverland stayed frozen. Maggie was 57 then, and every scene she's in feels like a reminder that childhood doesn't disappear, it just waits for you to remember it. And then there was Rufio. Rufio wasn't annoying. He was defensive. He was loud because he was afraid of being replaced. He built an identity around being important, because deep down he was still a kid who felt abandoned. Dante Basco was only 15 when he played Rufio, and that death scene? That stayed with a lot of us longer than people admit. Even Peter's kids mattered more than the adventure. They didn't want a hero. They wanted their dad. That's the part of Hook that hurts the most. Not the pirates, not the swords. It's realizing that growing up isn't the problem. Forgetting who you were is. That's why Hook never really left people. Because one day you wake up and realize you might be Peter Banning now. And that's a scary thought. See you next time.